Hi everybody and welcome back to Master Workshop's VizDev Portfolio with Alicia Dianne Art. I'm Alicia Dianne. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, thank you guys so much for joining me for this VizDev Portfolio. This is, I'm not sure which week this is or how many sessions we've done with this so far, but we're just going to pick up where we left off with our out of the bottle piece. I've left it as it was since the last time. I did though change a little bit with the color. So let's go ahead and go into our iPad. We're working in Procreate right now. So I'm just going to switch to that view. All right, so here we are. We're just gonna keep on working here. I think I adjusted the color of his vest a little bit because I wasn't sure if I wanted to keep the vest. I wasn't sure if it was, if I like the vest. I had doubts or questions about it, but I'm happy with it now. I'm good with it now. So I'm just gonna go in and just pick up and see things that I would like to change. And I have my line art on this layer. So let's just go ahead and see what we have. I might be looking up some reference as we go. So I will probably be opening up here and there a bit of, what's the name of that thing? What's the name of that program or that software called? I'm going to delete that. It's called Pinterest. I don't know why I forgot the name of Pinterest just now, but it happens. It happens, right? So let's go ahead. I'm going to grab this, take it a little bit darker. I was working with a couple different brushes here. So let's see. Just wanted to get under his armpit a little bit darker. And I do want to make a little bit of a gradient there with just a little bit of extra shadow on the inside of his vest. So let's do that. Just making it a little bit darker in some spots. Back here. Okay, and let's see, I wanted to work on this pot a little bit today, or actually probably a lot. I wanted to, let's first of all, let's see. Which brush am I using? I'm using this. Let's see, I want to use this one. Just gonna make it a little bit darker. Hope you guys are having a good week. I'm having an interesting week, much better than last week. Last week was weird, so I'm glad that I got. What's? Oh, okay, I see. That's not on the visible. So let me see if I can just maybe take the opacity down a bit, so I can see. I want to add some like texture and like pattern to the pot, and I'm thinking this like overwhelming. I just want to see a little bit of it. Maybe I can look for like let me open this. Open up Pinterest and let's see if I can find some type of inspiration. That's cool. I like this design. So maybe I'll just add that to. Do we have I know. Let's see. Maybe just I'll put it in digital painting for right now. All right. So let's search for Middle Eastern jar. Let's try that. Interesting. Some of these look like urns. The first one I liked. These look like urns. That's kind of nice. This gold one. So I like that. But I want it to be clay. I think I want it to be clay. So let me see if I could find something with that type of... That's kind of nice. That's really cool. Clay bottle, or maybe I'll just put bottle and see what I get. That's interesting. So that's like a perfume bottle. Well, that's really cool. Okay, I think we're getting somewhere. I like that one. This goldish colored one. And I like this one too. Even though this is from Walmart, I kind of feel like it's kind of fitting because she got it on Amazon. So maybe if it's not like authentic, but like something that kind of is reminiscent, maybe I want to do something like this. So I'm wondering how much line art I want to put on here. Let's see. Maybe I do want to put the line art on here. I was debating whether or not I wanted to, but maybe I do. So let's take that alpha lock off. And I'm just gonna try and, oops. Why does it always do that? It like kicks me out for some reason. My iPad is definitely on its last leg. And probably in some parts I'll let the jar like completely blend in with its natural color or like its local color, and then sometimes I'll do the darker. So I think I will adjust it once I get the whole thing in. But I like the idea of it having like this lip here. Oh, the button is right there. Maybe I can just move the button around. Let's see. And I'll have to flip it. That's okay. Flip my canvas. And perhaps I can do this. Let's see how that is. And I'm creating this pattern almost as I go. I'm basing it off of a little bit what I had in my head and this reference I have. gonna have to change it. Maybe I won't use that automatic thing there. I'll just try and see what happens if I just go by hand here. And I'll change some of the colors in here. On this side I have it going more out, so I'll change the other side to match it. So I like that it's kind of going out a little bit. More to a point. What? Still keeps kicking me out. Come on. And of course it's taking forever to load. That's just what happens with, I just think I need a new iPad. Well, I know I need a new iPad. My iPad is so slow these days. But it's okay. I shall get it. I'm hoping in the next couple of projects that I do, I'll be able to get myself a new iPad. That's my dream. That's my big hope anyway. My big hope. Alright, so I'm gonna create like a lip there. It kind of crosses over to make it kind of feel like it's going over to the other side. And I think I'll even give it sort of a type of a base like the other one has. But let me see, I want to put the drawing guide in because I want to make sure that it feels like it's going with the like it's not too far away from the ground. Well, that's level with the ground. I think that's the word I was trying to look for. That it feels level. So I'm creating like this base here. And I'm just designing it as I go. This could technically be another project, like going into the prop design, but this whole thing is a concept. This whole illustration is a concept of like ideas. And I think you should look at it like that so you don't feel like you have to do like, oh, I need to plan this and I do that. Just kind of get your ideas out, and from there you can make more art. I think one of the biggest things I'm trying to say is don't stop yourself, because I think I did that for a long time, and it just delays your whole thing. It makes you not make the art because you're overthinking it, and then you end up just not making anything. So just make something, do your best at it, see how you can and then, you know, after you finish it, then you can kind of see, all right, what can I improve? What do I like about this? What do I not like? What can I add? You know, every piece kind of teaches you something else. And that can be kind of the beautiful thing about it, if you let it. If you don't let it, it'll just stop you. As with everything else in life. So easy to stop ourselves. I thought about maybe doing like different patterns in these little like banner things, but I like the idea of it having like this repeated pattern. It feels like that would be something that something like this would have. It's just like a repeating pattern. Alright, so And I like the idea of this heart type of shapes. So maybe I'll use that. And I think I'll just change the color or something. But I do like that idea. And let's see. How else do I want to make it? What else would I like to add to this? I kind of like the idea of it having some sort of a tassel or something on it. I feel like that sounds kind of fun. Like if I was to add like, maybe I'll just go back to the palette I was working with. Maybe just has some kind of a tassel on there. And I think I'll change the color, but I just want to get the idea in the picture. I like that idea. Maybe it's just like some kind of a braided tassel, and maybe I'll make that like a dark deep green or something. Okay. And let's see. Now what do I want to add? I want to add something else. Let's see, to the design of the jar. Let me finish doing the lines here. Maybe just create like and that's exactly why I put the tassel on a different layer, as I figured it would be in the way of what I was still trying to do. I like that. And now maybe just a little bit more. Maybe just like if I did like some kind of little jewels or something. Ooh, I like that idea. It's not really like a, it's more like a octagon. And I changed the brush I use for the jewel just because it's a hard, smooth object, so I wanted to reflect that. Suddenly I feel like playing World of Warcraft, I don't know why. Alright, fix this. I haven't played that game in a long time. I think I'll just grab this and copy it and then move it. So let's see. Yes. Just for the sake of like consistency with that. Alright, and I'll grab my pencil tool again. Let's see. So I wanted to do something with the little jewels. Just put like some kind of something around it. Maybe just around the neck. So, you know, like when these types of things were originally made, everybody was so elaborate. Before electricity and the internet, people just made things with their hands for hours and hours. And even though this isn't an authentic, you know, piece that we're trying to do here, we want it to look like it's based on that. Okay, I like that. Maybe even some little things here. Okay, I like that. Trying to see like how I want to connect these. I want them to connect somehow. I don't know how. Like some kind of pattern. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe I can just do something like this. Okay. I like it. I like it. I don't want to make it too much more elaborate than that, but I'm going to change some of the colors. So let's go on ahead. I'm going to use part of this brassy color. And let's go back to our color layer. Don't think I need that sketch anymore. All right. If I'll keep this around for the texture as a reference, and see what I can do with that. Okay. Good, 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 good. Okay. I was worried because I didn't know like what I was gonna do with this bottle, but I feel pretty good about it now. I like where it's going. It has potential. And I'll make this other side of it. Darker, I think. Okay. The glare from the window is like shining in, not letting me see fully. Let's see. Oh. Maybe I can put my blinds down a little bit more. Good, good, good. Alright, I'm going to take this color again, fix this. I'm going to take the line off just for a second so I can make sure that I don't have gaps, which I absolutely do. Alright. I'm going to try and fill in those gaps to the very best of my ability. Alright, so alright, let's put the line back on. Alright, what I want to do, I want to grab the purple. I want to make that rope actually really like a deeper color. Oops. Put the alpha lock. There we go. My little tassel there. And I'll take it a little bit lighter for the fill-in color. Should be over here. Okay. I need to erase just a little bit of that line here. Alright, and everything else about it I'll fix in the texture part. Let's see, I want to do the jewels. I think I also want to do those purple. So let's see. And I'll need to change a few things that I'm seeing. Let's fix that. Fix this. Okay, we're making good progress with this jar. Alright. This is a whole, like, prop design in its own way. Alright, so let's go back to the line art for the jar. And I'm going to take that and make it darker. And start to, oops, put the alpha lock back on. Let's see what we can do with this. Of course, depending on what it is you're illustrating, like if you were to do some, there's just so many different levels of like detail. Like if you were doing like something outside in nature, it will probably be a lot less going on or a lot more opportunity to simplify things than when you're doing a bedroom. Bedrooms are probably, and interior rooms, like if you look at the visual development for interiors, they're always much more detailed. And I'm thinking like in my head right now about a visual development piece I saw for Big Hero 6 when they're doing like the boys' room in that upper level, and there's just so much stuff in there. And when you think about like the character from 101 Dalmatians, gosh, what Pongo's is it not on my iPad? What happened to my iPad? I see I'm doing all this work. I wonder how long has it not been on my iPad? It should be. How are you gonna see what I'm doing? That's not good. No. Let's see. It should be on my iPad. Sorry. Let's see. Why did it disconnect? Let's see if that works. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry for that. I have no idea how long it was off because I was just like into my drawing and I didn't know. Because you see, and I'm right here. Let me switch my camera. I'm just so goofy of me. Sorry. But anyway, let's talk about the character from why am I thinking in my head like Dancing with Wolves? The character from 101 Dalmatians, in his room, his apartment, like before he got married, was such a New Yorker apartment, or like I imagine it's probably like that in parts of Europe too, because you have such a small space. Nobody has a garage. Nobody has storage. It's everything is just kind of packed into this one unit, and that's how his apartment is. But like this level of there's so much I can imagine, like the work, and you can imagine for a concept artist, they're trying to imagine like this backdoor artist path. So it's not just as simple as just creating a space where you can simplify a lot of things. When you're doing people's homes, especially if it's like a key character, you have to think more about the details. Alrighty. So we're doing good. Seeing some things I need to change on the color layer. At least I think that's the color layer. Now is that on the line art layer still? is. Okay, let's go back. And honestly, I've seen different levels of like completion. I've seen things that look like pretty darn complete and things that look like really simplified. And I haven't had the opportunity yet to work in-house in a studio, or with a major studio in that sense. I don't know like how the direction works, to be able to say, well, do this one really quick, or do this one loose, or do this one is, give it your best. I'm not sure how that exactly will work yet, but I shall indeed. All right, so I think there's parts of this, oops, that I want to, maybe I'll use the brush to kind of soften it a little bit. The parts where I feel like I want it to be more like that, let's see. This can be like this. Alright, let's see what else. Where's the lights coming from? I'm gonna imagine they're coming from here in this area. She also has that lamp. Okay. So let's just keep it moving. I'm gonna put this and this, this and this. And now that I have all those details, I think we can kind of push it a little bit now. Let's try and get as much as we can done in the 20 minutes or so that we have left. And I'm also going to change the color of this, I think. And maybe even add some color in here. Alright, I like that design. That feels fun to me. Go ahead and take some of this. Go back to I'm on my line layer. Okay, good. I'm gonna make it a little bit lighter. Alright, so let's go ahead and start doing lighting and shading. Awesome, that was a lot of work figuring out the line, but I'm glad that we got a lot of it done, and I don't think we have to worry too much about it right now anymore. I'm just gonna put a mark for my light source so that I know where it is. And to pretend it's like a wall lamp, I'm just going to put an X, so coming that way. Alright, so that's where I'm going to pretend my lamp is, or my light is. And let's see, where's all my color? I already did put some of his shading on. I'm going to have to change some of his, I think. I think I'm just going to go get back on this girl and start adding lighting and shading to her. I have I'm maxed out on layers, so I'm gonna have to change something. Let's see. what can I get rid of? I think I can, since this is already, let's see, I think I can get rid of these. Well, let me export it. Let me do that. Export it where it is. Let me share the Photoshop file, so that way I don't lose it. And I'm going to share it to my Mac. Alright, so it's under. Alright, so now that I have that there, I can delete some of these. I think I have some locked layers. I'll have to unlock them first, so I can delete that. Some locked layers here too. And delete that. Okay. What else can I do? I can delete this because I already have it saved now. Okay, what are these? These are my characters. I can also delete this. Alright, so I have my backup that'll let me give me some extra space for my file. Alright. So let's go ahead and get started on her. Alright, so with character color, I've been mostly using this brush, this Oberon brush, but we'll see how it feels. I don't think you necessarily need to go crazy either with a whole lot of lighting stuff. When you have it on this separate layer, you can always delete what you don't need. Let me take this drawing guide off. I think I want to put it on full color. Maybe I just want to change that color a little bit. No. Let's see, I'm going to delete this and make a new one. Still too light. don't like this color either. Alright, let's try with this and see how it works. See how this goes. Oops. Let's see. For her hair, just a couple of different brushes I've tried using before with hair. Let's see how this looks. Oops. That's kind of cool, actually. Yeah, I think I like this one. Okay. And I think I will add a couple of strands here and there. Let's try this fussy pencil, see how this looks. Oh no, it has to be in a different layer because that one is clipping mask. Alright, I like her hair like that, so I'm going to leave it like that. Let's see. Her clothes. And right now I think I'm mostly gonna be working out this coloring. So there's not a whole lot of this talk on this at this time, to be honest. Focusing rather hard. You could potentially do these on separate layers. I think for right now though, I just want to try and simplify it a bit. I almost want to look at some reference for how they've been doing color for VizDev and feature. I think we'll do that. Changing my eraser to match my brush I'm using. Let's see. I'm gonna check out let's see. Let's switch my camera for a moment. I want to look at some other people's VizDev and see what I can see for their color references. So right now this one is Big Hero 6. So I'm going to see if there's anything in here that I am... Here's a good one for color. I'm just trying to see the amount of shading that they're adding into these types of art. And this one has like just about no line, and you can see that the character still has a lot of personality. Let's see. I'll find some more digital paintings with light and shadow. But like this, like it's exactly what I was talking about, and it's so funny that they use 101 Dalmatians as an example for Big Hero 6. 'Cause that's what I was talking about. I was saying like that room in Big Hero 6 is also reminiscent of the room in 101 Dalmatians. And I'll show you each of those if I can. There's the 101 Dalmatians one. They have, it's blurry, but they have like Pongo looking out the window right here. And then these are the ones that they did for the Big Hero 6 in the boys' room, where it's also like super cluttered and messy and a lot going on. So that's funny that I like kind of had that in mind. just was reminding me. And these are like all like environmental, but there is still like a lot of light and shadow. Because I always like, when it's been a long time, I start to wonder how much shade I should actually be using. Like, do I need to have a lot of shade? Should I make it more realistic? Should I just put no shading? And I kind of have like those second guesses, or like, because there's some, well, with character design, it seems that a lot of the shading is going away. Like if you look at pieces like this, where you're seeing like the characters, and there's just about no shading at all with characters. But I'm wondering, how do you imply that when you're doing a scene? Is it still, should you still take that into account? How much shading should you use or not use? I think I'm just gonna try and go for it and make the room feel cohesive. I might even adjust the lighting in Photoshop after I finish, just to kind of get the mood how I want it to be and the lighting how I want it to be. But I think for now I'll just go ahead and put in that shading. But the things I'm worried about is like shading where it's like a gradient almost. I think I'd rather just go full color like I was thinking before. And because I don't like when I go back over it and then part of it is it's two different colors. Or maybe, yeah, I'm just thinking about that. So let's see. I'm gonna switch my camera again. Alright, so for her, I wanna add her pattern and her design. So I've been thinking about like how I want to do her clothing. Let's see. Let me give her like some fun. Let's see. I'm gonna have like these. No, I want to use the yellow. Let's see. Maybe I'll Pinterest. Maybe I'll look up some daisy patterns. I'll look it up on my phone really quick. So maybe I'll just do it straight with a regular pencil. So I think I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a 8. It's like an 8 petaled flower. Maybe to simplify it, I'll just make it 6. I wanted it to feel like a little bit 90s. Like even though it's modern, she's got the Amazon box. I still wanted to feel like maybe she got this at like thrift shop or something. Now she's suddenly reminding me of my main character for JD's story, because she has like a t-shirt with a dress and like some pants underneath. So maybe subconsciously I'm like uh, hinting at my JD story, which I'm not mad at all. Maybe I'll make these down here a little bit darker. And let's get darker for these little things. Undo. It's gonna undo all of them. I knew it was gonna do that. Alright, let me see if I can take it down really small. And if it'll let me do this. So I had this image in my head of these 90s style flower patterns. And maybe I'll give her like a striped shirt or something. Just want to make it different, you know, so it doesn't just feel generic, or my character doesn't feel generic. Just want it to feel like more fun. And I think what I'll do for that is I will do it on a different layer and then just merge it down. So for her shirt pattern, I'll make it up here a bit thicker. Grab some of these colors, much thicker, thicker still. I'm probably gonna have to put it over the shade. Let's try it here. Like underneath. Where's that one? It would be also like purple, go light purple. No, it feels too deep. That deeper purple will be better. All right, and I think I'm just going to take it a little bit transparent. Like 80% should be fine, maybe 85. And I'll just erase what I don't want there. Okay. And then I'll just merge that. Alright, so this is what we have so far. I'm digging it. I think it's kind of fun and cool. And I'm excited to see where this all goes and what we can do with everything. So thank you so much for joining me. I know this was a different type of week. I had my camera in the wrong place for a little while there for some reason. I don't know. Maybe it's just I haven't had coffee all week because my coffee maker broke. So I'm gonna use that as my excuse. I've had no coffee. But thank you so much again for joining me with the Portfolio Master Workshops. I want to thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for being here and tuning in. And yeah, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe to my channel for more awesome, amazing art content and opportunity. I hope that you guys are drawing with me and learning with me and building your portfolio with me, and I hope that you appreciate like my vulnerability. It's not easy always to share like the different struggles we might have or I might have with things that I know, things that I don't know, things that I want to learn, opportunities that I haven't had yet. So I'm just grateful that you're just sharing with me. So I'll see you guys next week. Okay, until then, be grateful, live balanced, be yourself. See you then. Bye bye.